everyone. Time to find our seats. Settle down in. Let's have our centering song with our guest artist today. That was the centering song. Okay, we've done it. We are centered. All right, good morning, everyone. I am Peg McLaughlin. I'm a licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living, and I will be your host today. We have Janie Curry holding light at the back of the sanctuary this morning. We have our practitioner of service, Ann Woodward, today, and our guest artist, Joe Rathburn, joining us today. So to get us started, I'm going to ring the bowl 3 times to center us in, and then we will have our invocation by licensed practitioner Ann Woodward.
Good morning. I'd like you just to center in to where you are, right in your seat, and know that there is only one force, and that force is God. Ernest Holmes called it the one mind. And it is everything. It is where we are, it's where we're going. It's the food we eat. It's the places we go. It's our home. And I know that I'm part of it, just as I know that the beloveds here today are part of it. That we are in that one mind, that one unified field of intelligence that is love and joy, prosperity, health, and all good. So I support that today here with all my beloveds and our musician, our speaker, and all who have made this place beautiful and absolutely prepared for us today to express. So I see us all in wonderful expression, knowing our truth and knowing love, joy, and harmony dwells here today. And I release it, knowing it's so, and so it is.
Got my little script here, so let's see if we get it all. Welcome you again. Okay, so I would like to welcome you all here today. I'd like to welcome you in the center as well as our online community this morning. Thank you to Laura Garrett for hosting our Facebook community this morning. The Center for Spiritual Living, Temecula Valley, is a loving, open, and spiritual community where everyone is welcome and accepted for who they are. We believe here at CSLTV that we are all one with the divine and with each other, and that our thoughts and actions create our experiences in life. We believe that God experiences itself through us, so let's give God a good time, shall we? Yeah. We will now have our spiritual reading with our practitioner emeritus, Ann Woodward.
Well, I'm going to share with you something today. Today is the end of our Thanksgiving time and our grateful time. And get all this here. And we're going into that joyful celebration of all new things that are coming. But today, I'm going to read something from Robin Wall Kimmerer. And the reason I'm doing that is because starting next on the 1st of the month, she's on the cover of Science of Mind magazine. And our book study, we read both of her books. One of them is Serviceberry, and that's the new one. And then braiding sweetgrass, which is also mentioned in the Science of Mind magazine this coming month. So, with that, I am going to read something from braiding sweetgrass. And it's also the Potawatomi, it's a gratitude prayer that some third graders shared with their classes when they were, it's in the book, when they were supposed to be doing the flag salute and they wanted to know why they couldn't bless the earth. So this is from her book, and it's called The Sunrise Ceremony of the Potawatomi people. Many Native peoples across the world, despite a myriad of cultural differences, have this in common. We are rooted in the culture of gratitude. Today we have gathered, and when we look upon the faces around us, we see the cycles of life continue. We have been given the duty to live in balance and harmony with each other and all living things. So now, let us bring our minds together as one as we give greetings and thanks to each other as people. Now our minds are one. We are thankful for our Mother Earth, for she has given us everything that we need for life. She supports our feet as we walk upon her. It gives us joy that she still continues to care for us as she has from the beginning of time. To our Mother, we send thanksgiving, love, and respect. Now our minds are one. We give thanks to the waters of the world, for it quenches our thirst, providing strength and nurturing life in all beings. We know its many forms: waterfalls, rains, mist, streams, rivers, oceans, snow, ice. We are grateful that the waters are still here and that meeting their responsibility to the rest of creation. Can we agree that the water is important to our lives and bring our minds together as one to send greetings and thanks to the water? Now our minds are one. Return our thoughts to the fish life in the water. They were instructed to cleanse the water and purify. They also give themselves to us as food. We are grateful for their continued doing their duties as we send the fish our greetings and our thanks. Now our minds are one. Now we turn towards the vast fields of plant life and the berries. With one mind, we honor and thank all food plants we harvest from the garden, especially the three sisters who feed the people with such abundance. Since the beginning of time, the grains, vegetables, beans, and fruit have helped the people survive. Many of their living things draw strength from them as well. We gather together in our minds all the plant foods and send them greetings and thanks. Now our minds are one. Now it continues on, but I'm going to paraphrase some of it. The ceremony goes on with the herbs of the world for healing, the trees, beautiful animal life who walk among us, the birds from the smallest to the largest, the wind from the four directions as they come to purify the air we breathe. The thunder brings the water, the moon, the stars, the sun, so bright, the light of the new day, the source of all the fires of life, the teachers who have come through to help us through the ages. We now turn our thoughts to the Creator, our Great Spirit, and send greetings and thanks for all the gifts of creation, everything we need for life. A good life is here on Mother Earth. For all the love that is still around, we gather our minds together as one and send our closest words, greeting, and thanks to the Creator. And now our minds are one. We have now arrived at this place where we end our words of all the things that we have named. It is not in our intention to leave anything out. If something was forgotten, we leave it to each individual to send such greetings and thanks in their own way. Our minds are now one. Robin Wall Kellner, Braiding Sweetgrass.
In our time of Thanksgiving, that was a perfect reading. So now we get to welcome our guest artist, Joe Rathburn. Joe has been a friend of our center for many, many, many years. Let me give you a little bio before you get started. Joe is a lifelong performing musician, songwriter, recording artist, originally from Michigan and now residing in San Diego. He's released 4 albums of original material. I think I have 2 of them, and 2 others of mixed originals and covers. He has been nominated 3 times in the San Diego Music Awards and won Best Traditional Folk Song in the Just Plain Folks Music Awards out of a field of 140,000 entries for his song, The Dad I Had. He performs regularly in the San Diego area and beyond. Joe Rathburn.
Thanks, Peg. Thank you, Peg. Well, the whole month of November, theme's been gratitude and giving thanks, and this being the last day of November, it's still got a toehold, gratitude and thanks. So I've chosen a couple of songs of gratitude to play for you today. And this first one is called Gratitude. It goes like this. I wake up, my eyes pop open, and I can see the sun illuminating the room. I look out my window, maybe, and watch a bee buzzing round from bloom to bloom. I jump up, throw on my clothes, and head out the door. I breathe in another wonderful day. I'm smiling, 'cause life is good, and I'm in a mood where nothing gonna get in the way of my gratitude. I'm filled with love for life and gratitude. I know there's more to life than a happy face. There's lots of troubles that can weigh on everyone's mind. But you see, the thing is, to get yourself to that grateful space, not get caught up in the grind. Thanksgiving, friends and family that gather round. But Thanksgiving is not just some holiday. No, it's a place that can really brighten your attitude. Do whatever you got to do so you can stay there in gratitude. Each day's a holiday in gratitude. It's all the everyday things, the simple on your way things that make each day a day to be thankful for. So just be glad you got 'em. But should you hit rock bottom, be thankful that you can't go down anymore. No, you can't go down no more. Tonight before I shuffle on off to bed, before I swim that river of dreams, I'll take time to give some thanks so I won't be rude. Life's always more wonderful than it seems when there's gratitude. Life goes a whole lot better with gratitude. I'm alive, so I better show some gratitude. Sing this with me. Life is good and I am grateful. 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 Thank you very much.
Grateful for you, Joe. Thank you. All right, so we are blessed to have a guest speaker today, Marste McDonald, whom I had the honor and privilege of going through practitioner studies with for the last 2 years. She is just such a beam of light. Marste has been involved in Science of Mind teachings for 20 years, and not only is she a newly licensed practitioner, she's currently in ministry school. She says that being back in school after many years is an adjustment, but she's loving every minute of it. She's been with CSLTV since early 2023 and is grateful to have found her spiritual community here. She's probably super nervous right now, so let's clap for her and give her a warm welcome. Marste McDonald.
Okay, I was not wrong. I am super nervous right now. I'm just going to tell y'all. So I appreciate the warm welcome. Thank you very much. Did we get a little feedback? Okay. Today, here, wait, let me do this. Turn that off for a second. And I'll just use my theater voice for a little while. So today we are working from Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind, and The Hidden Power of Kindness by Lawrence G. Lovasik, I think, with a K, yes? Good stuff. Good stuff on both counts. Jill, just give me the high sign when you think we're good with the sound. All right. Are we better now? Yep. All right, okay. So our topic today is better than our best. That was not the original title of the topic, just FYI. The original title was We're All Doing Our Best, which was fine. It was boring, it was fine. And I got to the end and I took all the notes and I made all the points and I got to the end and I realized but by the time I was looking at the sort of the final points and all of that, I was like, oh no, this is really about being better than our best. And even though I had just finished going through the whole sermon, right, part of me was still like, I'm sorry, you want me to what now? Like, I just gave you my best, and I'm working my butt off to give you my best. And I'm striving, and I'm pushing, and I'm accomplishing, and you want more? Really? That's cute. And I'd just gone through, like, I understood the context, so I'm just telling you now, if you have a little bit of like a, oh really, reaction to that, it's fine. I did too. But here's the thing that I realized, and I'm also realizing I should set my timer because I don't have vision good enough to see the clock back there. The thing I realized though is that better than our best is actually easier than our best. Because our best really is when we're trying, when we're striving, when we're, right, we're pushing, we're giving it 110%. That's a lot. Like, I'm kind of tired just thinking about it. So, helps if I start at the front. So just go on this ride with me, if you will. Let's see what my next panel thing is. Oh, there it is. See how smart I am? There, it's just what I said. But here's the thing, here's where we start, right? We start with the idea that we are doing our best, right? Every day. Now, we try to have grace, we try to have patience. Sometimes we do, and sometimes when we do, we're like, oh, I handled that real well. I get a little bit like, I don't know about you, I'm like, I'm good. That was my best, I did good. Other times it's not my best. But the thing is, it is in that moment, it's just kind of terrible, actually. Like, the best I can do sometimes is not very good. If you've ever been here on the very rare occasions that I am here before about 9 a.m., you may have seen me in the hospitality hall, hunched over a table like Gollum, with a breakfast sandwich in one hand and a coffee in the other. And if you come to see me, I'll be like, oh, hi, it's really lovely to see you. I need like 15 minutes. I need some caffeine, and I need some food. I'm a little bit feral right now. I have not completed my transformation into human being, And here's the thing, objectively, that's not great, right? It would be so much better, especially as a practitioner, especially going to ministry school, right? If I were like, oh, I'm so glad to see you, but that's the best I got, because the reality is, if I just were at medium level in that moment, and I'm sitting there with my sandwich and my coffee, and somebody came down and was like, Marste, it's so good to see you, happy Sunday, I'm really glad, I'd say, that would be worse, right? It would be like, okay, I'm just gonna, That's the best I got, is to politely say, give me some caffeine and some food, and then I will be a human being. I will have a delightful conversation with you, because I am glad to see you. But sometimes, that's a fairly minor example, right? Sometimes our best is worse. And sometimes we know that's our best. We know that we just didn't have anything else, and so we try to rationalize it, right? Might say, well, I don't know why they came and talked to me before. Who talks to anybody before 9 a.m.? Come on. They can see I haven't had all my coffee, and they can see, like, why would they even, right? I'm going to rationalize my defensiveness, my own point of view. And sometimes we go the other way. And in that situation, it's like, oh, God, Marste, what is wrong with you? Can you just be a human being for 1 minute? Like, somebody's coming and trying to make a connection, and you're just going to be a jerk right to their face? Like, really? Really? Either way, I'm not really giving myself a whole lot of compassion, or the other person a whole lot of compassion. Right? I'm like shaking up here, you guys. Relax. I know, I'm like... I think it's just sort of funny, because I'm like, this is a room full of people that I know and love, and yet I'm like, oh no. Like, well, I don't know what I think is going to happen. Gary, I love you. Oh, gosh. So here's the thing, though, right? Recognizing that we are always doing our best. And sometimes that objectively looks like our best. And sometimes it does not. But it's still the best we have in that moment, right? Knowing that allows us to have compassion for ourselves, right? I can have compassion for the me that is not entirely awake at 8:45 in the morning. And I can have compassion for the person who is coming to me to make a connection, and I'm like, I need 15 minutes. Like, I can have compassion for both of us. And so it allows us maybe to go, instead of rationalizing, like, they should have known. Who talks to anybody at 9? Maybe after I can go by and say, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to put you off. This is just, I have a hard time in the morning, right? And most people at that point are like, oh yeah, I got you. People who are not morning people are like, oh yeah, 100%, I'm there. Like, I wasn't trying to talk to you really anyway. And it allows us to not beat ourselves up about it. Both things, right? And that's better on both counts. So, sometimes our best is wonderful. Sometimes it's not. And I just want you to bear in mind, oh, look, I skipped that slide. Whoops. That's what we're talking about right now, in case you need to catch up. Oh, here we go. I love this. I don't remember who said this to me or where I read this. But I just want you to think about this. You have already made someone's life immeasurably better just by being part of it. This could be a relationship that you have. I don't know, maybe standing in the grocery store, you told a teenage girl you liked her hairdo, and little did you know that she was in a really dark place, and that was just kind of what she needed to get through that day, which then got her through the rest, right? Somewhere out there, there is at least one person, probably more, whose life is immeasurably better because you have impacted it. And someone else is telling their therapist about you. Both of these things are true, okay? And I think, this is human. This is part of the human experience. This is part of just who we are as human beings, right? Both are true. We are capable of wonderful, beautiful, incredible things, and we also can kind of be jerks sometimes. It's just how it is. And so when we have compassion for that, when we recognize that in our wonderful transcendent moments and our really, really jerky moments, we are still doing our best. Always. And somebody telling their therapist about you is just kind of par for the course. It's the price of being human. And this takes us to the next thing, though, right? If we're doing our best, they are doing their best. Okay? Sometimes someone else's best is terrible, right? It could be, I don't know, somebody who cut you off on the freeway. It could be somebody you had a fight with over something silly and dumb that you can't even really believe was a fight, but they're real mad, right? You could be, I watch a lot of crime shows. I watch too many crime shows, so I'm going to go with what came to mind. It could be serial killers, okay? Things we never thought we'd be talking about at the center on a Sunday morning. Just saying. Everyone is doing their best. That person who cut you off on the freeway, they might have had a fight with their spouse. They might have had a family member pass. They might have lost their job. They might just be running 10 minutes late and they're mad about it. But it's not personal. It's not you. And they are doing their best. Their best just isn't real good that moment. So, and if you think about somebody who's hurt you, somebody who's wronged you, right? Something a little bigger than just getting cut off on the freeway. Everybody in that situation is still doing their best. Because remember, you're doing your best, right? Always, even when it's not very good. They're doing their best, even when it's not very good. Still doing their best. The thing is that our best means filtering things through our human perceptions and our human experiences, through our hopes and our fears and our accomplishments and our traumas. We are filtering all of that. And so however we're showing up, that's the best we got in that moment. Now, if we think about that for us, then we know that it's true for other people. I know there are terrible, what we perceive as terrible people in the world, right? The aforementioned serial killers being part of that group. But if you take a minute to stop and think about, I know that when my best is bad, it's because there's something going on, right? When you think about someone that you perceive as a bad person, right? Somebody who, if they got hit by a bus and nobody was around, you might be like, if I don't give him CPR, nobody will know, right? You got one of those? Look, everybody's got one of those, right? With politics the way it is today, I promise you got one of those somewhere. Whoever you think is a genuinely bad person, that person is doing their best. Now, here's the thing. What happened to that person for this to be their best? What did they go through as children or young adults? How did their families show up for them? How did other people outside of their families, like the support systems of friends and, teachers, and like how did those people show up for them? What happened? Something happened. Maybe they were born with their brain didn't connect properly and so they don't have any empathy. But there's something there, right? This is their best. Now, I want to say, for clarity, I think I skipped a whole page for clarity.
That's okay.
I know, right? Except it's going to make it a real short sermon. Oh, no, I'm good. Actually, I take it back. I'm good. I'm good. Whew. I just forgot to number the pages, so I had a moment, all right? I'm doing my best, all right? I found this quote by Thich Nhat Hanh. There are a lot of quotes on compassion and doing the best on the that you can. There are a lot of them, right? But I like this one specifically because it calls out everyone is doing the best they can, even if they are causing harm. Understanding this helps us respond with compassion. And so we talked about how we justify our actions, right? Who talks to me before 9 a.m.? Weird. I was going through something when we had that argument. It's not my fault. We offer ourselves context, I was hangry, whatever. But then we deny it to other people. Well, no, they're just bad. No, they're not. There's always context. There's always something. And none of that is personal, right? What they're filtering their stuff through, what they're filtering their life experience through, that's not personal. It feels personal sometimes. Sometimes it feels real personal, but it's not. Like I said, when I'm in the social hall before 9 a.m. and I've got my sandwich and my coffee and I'm like, it's not personal. I'm just not quite a human being yet, okay? I'm having a spiritual experience and a human experience right at the same time. But that's true, right? That's true of life. Our spiritual life and the human coexist, both and all the time. There is never a moment when you're just perfectly spiritual. Maybe after you die, right? Because literally if you're not having a human experience, you're not here anymore. And similarly, if we know that God is everywhere, everything is God, everything is an emanation of spirit, then you can never not be spiritual, even when you're being a jerk. And so, this is what I wanted to get to a little bit too. Talking about this and talking about compassion, and I do think it's also important to highlight that, when Rev Shar talks about how boundaries are bridges, I think that's important too, right? Having compassion for someone who does terrible things, it doesn't mean that you're like, oh, it's fine. Like, no, serial killers go to prison, that's what happens. That's the human part of the human experience, right? There are consequences to our actions. And can we hold both? Can I say, instead of, you're a terrible person, can I say, I see this child that you once were, who somewhere along the way, the human part of you, this child became irreparably damaged. And in the human world we live in, there are still these consequences. Can I hold both? Because by holding both, what does that keep me from? It keeps me from, right? It keeps my shoulders from rising and my chest from tightening up and I want to go at someone, right? Like, I'm mad. But I don't have to be mad because I can hold both. I can hold both. There is a quote was unknown, I couldn't find it, looked for it. But the quote is, "You can love someone deeply and still tell them no, because the compassion is the honesty, not the sacrifice." So that is the human and the spiritual together, right? Boundless compassion, human boundaries. I keep falling behind my own slides. It's kind of entertaining. Here we go. Dr. Ernest Holmes says, "As we come to realize our oneness with all life, we cannot help but love all people." Boundless compassion takes us here. Even with boundaries, we can be here. Compassion is when we recognize, you know what, that could be me. Given a different set of circumstances, given a different set of brain chemistry, we could all be the worst person we can imagine. We all have it in us. We are also all capable of beautiful things, right? Somebody on earth, their life is immeasurably better because they knew you, they met you, you touched their life in some way. We are capable of both. And the magic happens when we recognize that every being that walks this earth, the ones we like and the ones we don't, and the ones we might think twice about giving CPR to on a really bad day, every single one is spirit incarnate. Every single one. And when we see through the lens of spirit instead of our lenses, instead of the human lenses that are affected by our fears and our traumas and our accomplishments, when we see through spirit, we have compassion and we have love. We can still say, what you're doing is not okay, right? The goal is not to martyr yourself. The goal is that you can hold space for someone without holding their consequences for them. The goal is to see the truth behind each person and situation, to have compassion for the human part of them and boundless love for their spirit and their journey. And when we achieve that, when we can stand in compassion for others and for ourselves, when we can see the oneness at work regardless of the situation, remember how everything relaxes, we become a little bit more grounded, we become a whole lot kinder. And it's not a striving, and it's not a stretching, and it's not 110%, but it is better than our best. We're running a little short today, but that's all I got. I love you guys. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever heard a minister say that at the end of a talk before.
All right, we got, that's one of hers. There you go. We got another song with Joe Rathburn.
I want to introduce the band. Give them a hand. They appreciate it. The name of my band is The Invisibles. And they don't get a lot of credit, but they're the best band that you're not going to see today. And they live in my phone. So as I was standing there listening to Marste do her talk, all I could think of, well, not all, I was listening, but the thought kept intruding into my head that I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So at any time, it could have rung. And sometimes even people leaving messages come through the PA system. So we're glad that didn't happen this morning. Another song of gratitude. Hold it, band, hold it. Hold it, Ben, hold it. Joe forgot that he doesn't know the lyrics to this song yet. I write songs in like geological time, and this is a relatively new song for me, and I haven't quite got all the lyrics down in my head, so. Okay, go ahead, count it off. Every day I get to make a choice of how to spend my precious time. If I don't give my gratitude a voice, that would be a major crime. As long as I live, I'll be thankful. Long as I breathe, I'll be grateful. I'll look for the good every day, celebrate each step along the way. And if one prayer's all I ever pray, I'll make it thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of things can bring me down, it's true. Every day I feel some pain, but there's one thing that always gets me through and brings me sunshine through the rain. As long as I live, I'll be thankful. Long as I breathe, I'll be grateful. I'll look for the good every day, celebrate each step along the way. If one prayer's all I ever pray, I'll make it thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all of the sounds and all of the sights, for all of the smells and the earthly delights, for all of the tastes, bitter the sweet sensations I feel from my head to my feet, for the sunset at night, the sunset each day, breezes that blow in the trees as they sway, for lakes and the oceans, the rivers that flow, the deserts, the mountains, the valleys below, the smiles on the faces of strangers I see, for friends and the fruit from my family tree, for flora and fauna and sadness and fun, and the way it all works together as one. As long as I live, I'll be thankful. Long as I breathe, I'll be grateful. I'll look for the good every day and celebrate each step along the way. And if one prayer's all I ever pray, if one prayer's all I ever pray, if one prayer's all I ever pray, I'll make it thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What can I say?
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Marste. So now we have an opportunity for giving. This is the time of our service where we're invited to give back to our center and support this work financially. I would like to welcome our ambassadors, Susie and Gary, forward. We are a teaching center, and our vision is to grow and spread this philosophy throughout the valley. Okay, Susie. We want to spread this philosophy throughout the valley and beyond. Your tithes, gifts, and offerings allow us to do this, and every gift of every amount is greatly appreciated. You can place cash or checks into the basket or donate via PayPal, Venmo, or AutoTithe. So let's join together with our affirmation of abundance. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now. Whoop. Sing it.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. So I give everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need.
All right, thank you all, and I would like to welcome Rev Shar forward for our announcements, please.
Isn't Peg the best? Isn't Marste the best? Oh my gosh. Hi everyone. I'm Rev Charlene. It's just I feel so blessed that we are creating a sustainable community where we have different voices and different speakers and faces and opportunities to share of their wisdom. It's a beloved community that's being born here through everybody's ministry. So I'm just so grateful for all of it. I love us. I love being here with us. But it's also nice for me to step away and be out of community for a Sunday because that's sustainability. So I'm just grateful for all the talent. All right, here we go. Are we ready for announcements? Okay. I hope you come next Sunday. Are all of our new practitioners here? If you are, can you stand up, please? These are our newest practitioners. And we're going to be engaged in sacred ceremony next Sunday. So please come. Let's pack the house to honor and celebrate these newest practitioners in their commitment to ministry here at Center for Spiritual Living Temecula Valley. They're making a choice, a conscious choice to do ministry here. And so next Sunday, we're going to honor them in sacred service, and they'll get their stoles on Sunday. And we really, it's almost like a marriage. We commit to them as they commit to us. So we're all part of this service together in recognizing our connection and our divine communion together. It's also an opportunity for our more seasoned practitioners and ministers who have been around a lot longer to kind of re-up in our sacred commitment to this center. So it's going to be a lovely morning. We'll have a talk, and then we'll do our sacred service, and then we're going to have a cake in the social hall to celebrate all of it. So I hope that you're here with us next Sunday. All right. I'm a minister. I like to talk. Next week, also, we're going to have our wisdom teaching moment with practitioner Beth Haas. She is going to do stocking stuffers for the season, which will support us in preparing for the holiday season. How do we prepare for the holiday season, you may ask? How to remember names at parties. That's one thing that Beth's going to talk to us about. How to turn down that voice of judgment. And my favorite, how to eat what you want. That's always the best message. So Beth will be offering this. It's a love offering. So please join her in Suite B after service next Sunday for stocking stuffers for the season. It's based on her NLP work, neuro-linguistic programming, which is a science around how our brains work and our bodies work. And she'll give us tips and tricks on how to navigate the holiday season through NLP. All right. Then we're going to have a super fun Sunday on December 21st. So this is going to be our candlelight service. It's going to be very Christmas forward. It's going to be holiday songs that we know and love that we get to sing together. The kids are going to be here. We're going to have a special guest that morning. Santa is coming. So for the kids, Santa's coming. So for all of us, young and old at heart, Santa's going to be here. We're going to have treats for the kids. It's just going to be kind of that lovely Christmassy holiday feeling with Diego Ryman and Joanna Pearl will be here. So yes, so it's going to be a lot of music. And then at the end, we'll do our traditional candlelight lighting where we sing Silent Night together. And we turn the lights down low, and it feels very symbolic and special of the light of the season. So that will be on Sunday, December 21st. Also want to announce that our band of brothers, led by Reverend Michael Summers, meets on the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays of the month. So they meet at Annie's Cafe here locally, and this is a time where men can get together to talk about what Marste was talking about, being spiritual and being human. And they just come together to recognize in one another this special bond of masculinity together, and it's a lovely time together. So all this information is on our website. Sunday on at the holiday service, candlelight, we're going to be doing a special themed potluck after service. So we're calling it Christmas dinner. So if there's something that's reminiscent for you, a holiday appetizer, a main, a side, a dessert, something that you love from your growing up or even now, see Monica after service or sign up on the activities table in the breezeway what you'd like to bring, and then we're going to coordinate a nice big potluck. So after candlelight service, we'll go into the social hall and we'll have a holiday Christmas dinner with each other. Okay. All right, I think that's it. So, because I am head cook and bottle washer here, I am the minister, we're going to move into a time of prayer. I would like Peg and Marste to come and join me up here. If we could have our practitioners stand, please. If you're a licensed practitioner or minister, please stand. You can come forward or stay where you are, whatever works for you. This is the healing arm of our center. This is why we are a center for spiritual living. One of the main foundational reasons is we have practitioners here. Practitioners are trained in the art and science of spiritual mind treatment, which is prayer. Prayer works. We believe in prayer. And so when your life is not maybe going the way you'd like it to go, maybe it's not as actively enjoyable as you would like, maybe you're feeling more human and you'd like to feel more spiritual, right? See a practitioner. See them after service in the breezeway. They're sitting in the prayer chairs. Fill out a prayer request and put it in the prayer box, because we take those prayers, those experiences that you want to experience, and we pray on them during the week. We hold them here and here. And when we know it, it's known everywhere. So that is why we believe and know that prayer works, because we believe in one mind, which is God. And when we know it, because you can't quite see it for yourself through that cloudy lens of trauma or challenge, whatever the false belief that's there that's blocking you from your good, when we see it and know it for you, it is known everywhere. That's including in you. And then it's like magic when it starts to appear in your life and you see it unfurling itself. It's magic, but it's prayer and it works. So let's, if you would, let's just close our eyes. I like to put my hand on my heart. Oh, we're good. We take that big, deep breath together as we move into this time of collective consciousness. We come together as a community to remember the truth of our being. And so I know and affirm that God is love. It is that never-ending well of compassion. It is knowing itself and revealing itself. God is merely creating more of itself in every moment, in every personality, in every experience and action. It is God in form, having its experience as itself. And I know it to be love, that all-encompassing depth of love. And so I know that I am this love in form. We are each this love in form, in our beingness. We are love at our best and our better than best. We are love expressing itself. And so I know and affirm that for each of us, we recognize that we are love made manifest. And we recognize that what is true for us is true for everyone having their experience. They are love in form, even when I don't understand the behavior, even when I don't quite have clarity on the why. I can go within and know that the love that is the center of my being is also the center of that experience, love. And so I know that we choose to move and see from that place going forward, that we have great compassion for ourselves and for others. We move with ease and grace and harmony. We recognize that love having its expression in front of us, and we celebrate it, and we call more of it forward, because in that place of love and compassion and harmony, we can cultivate more and more of these experiences on the planet. And so with great gratitude for this knowing of love, knowing of compassion, I am grateful for it. I am grateful and thankful for this experience this morning. I call it good and very good. And so I place my word into the power and action of the law, for it's already done in the mind of God. And together we affirm. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, practitioners. Oh, we have kids. Diane, do you want to bring the kids up quickly, or are we good? We're good. Okay, we're going to see the kids on December 21st, right? All right, we've got special surprises for us. Yay. All right, we're going to close this morning with Jo. I'm taking over hostess duties, but we're going to stand together and we're going to close with our song that we love, Peace on Earth. We know this one. All right, so Jo's going to take it away.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Have a great Sunday. Many thanks to Marste, McDonald. Thank you so much to Joe Rathburn. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for having me back.
Yes, thank you. And to Peg McLaughlin, hostess with the mostest. Have a great Sunday. We'll see you in the social hall.
This being your house. Thank you.